Everyone tells you to just get a good DAP, but honestly, that's not good advice, and it's why most people end up buying the wrong one. Every single day, we get the same 3 questions. How should I approach buying my first DAP? What's the actual difference between Sony and Astell&Kern? And what do I really get by going up in price? If you don't know the answers to these 3 questions, you'll either buy the wrong DAP for your needs or end up spending way more than you probably should. But once you understand how to approach the purchase, which ecosystem fits best for you, and where to invest your budget, you'll skip months of research and land on the perfect player for how you actually listen. I hear this all the time from audiophiles. Yeah, but I already have a phone with streaming. Do I really need another device? Here's the thing, you're right to ask that question. Not everyone needs a DAP. But if you've ever felt frustrated that your favorite tracks don't sound as good as you know they should, or you're tired of notifications killing your listening vibe, or maybe you've invested in high-quality headphones that your phone just can't actually drive properly, that's when a DAP makes sense. This is more than simply collecting audio gear. It's about whether your current setup is actually serving your listening experience or if it's just holding you back. We've been exactly where you are, staring at spec sheets at 2 a.m., trying to figure out if that extra $300 is actually worth it. We're audiophiles who happen to work in hi-fi, and we're here to answer exactly these questions, the ones that the industry assumes you already know. That's why I urge you to subscribe to our channel for those honest breakdowns from people who actually use this gear daily, not just review it for clicks. We only carry and recommend players that we'd buy ourselves, and we're here to help you find yours. Tip 1, understanding what a DAP actually does and if you need one. Your phones are good for 1,001 things. They're compact, convenient, and great for basic everyday tasks. They're not going to do your high-resolution music library justice on their own, though. While they possess a built-in DAC and amplifier, they're consumer-grade at best. DAPs, on the other hand, are made with high-end audiophile-grade components designed for signal transfer and pristine audio, all to fit in the palm of your hands. A DAP isn't just a fancy music player. It's a dedicated device built to do one thing really well: deliver your music with better high fidelity and power than a general-purpose phone can. DAP stands for Digital Audio Player, and it's commonly compared to an iPod on steroids. They're made with premium components like high-end DACs and amplifier circuits, and can handle high-resolution local and streaming files and various formats with ease. These quality DAC chips are much better at converting your digital data to analog signal, and that amplifier is going to provide more power than your phone ever could. Here's what's actually happening. Your phone has to manage calls, apps, notifications, and battery-saving features that all compromise audio quality. A DAP eliminates all that noise, literally. The audio chain is designed with extremely low signal-to-noise ratios and enhanced protection from interference and noise. You get cleaner power delivery, better digital to analog conversion, and an architecture designed specifically for audio. Not to mention all of the things that you can do with the DAP that your phone or MP3 player simply can't. Tip 2, Sony vs. Astell&Kern. Which ecosystem fits your needs? In the DAP world, the 2 dominant players are Sony and Astell&Kern. Sony flipped the portable audio industry on its head with the release of the original Sony Walkman, and they've been transforming that hi-fi landscape ever since. Astell&Kern positions itself as an innovative hi-fi brand, pushing the boundaries of DAP performance with things like real vacuum tubes, full Android OS, and exclusive features. So what's the difference between Sony and Astell&Kern DAPs? I thought you'd never ask. Sony builds DAPs that prioritize versatility and streaming integration. They're great if you want one device that does everything really well: streaming services, local files, EQ customization, and Android apps. Think of Sony as the Swiss Army knife approach, and they have incredible synergy if you already are invested in Sony products. Sonically, these players sport the signature Sony V-shaped sound, which is warm, clear, rich, and bold, but with increasing degrees of power and sound transparency as you go up that price ladder. Today, Sony Walkman DAPs do look a little different than the original TPS L2 Walkman cassette player. We're talking touch screens, sleek gold chassis, and select models compact enough to fit in your back pocket. The TPS L2 Walkman walked so that today's Walkman could run. All of Sony's models are supported by Android and compatible with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so you can stream music or access your own digital files easily. Astell&Kern takes the purest route with its DAPs. They're focused on ultimate sound quality for local files, premium build quality, and a more refined, dedicated music experience. They're also Android-based apps with newer models offering full access to the Google Play Store, and they also feature state-of-the-art technology to deliver you that studio quality sound. Not to mention, their technology is pretty easy to learn and navigate as a newbie or a tech wizard. Sonically, they're accurate, resolute, and detailed. A perfect choice for the purist or analytical listener looking to squeeze out every last percentage of performance. So how do you choose between two incredible DAP manufacturers? You toss a coin. I'm just kidding. First, ask yourself, what do you value most? Is it a plethora of features? A large digital music library? Are you more of an analytical listener, or do you prefer warm and musical? Consider Sony if you like tweaking EQ and sound settings to dial in your perfect sound signature. If you want Android apps and more flexibility in general, or if you're already invested in the Sony ecosystem with headphones or speakers, Sony makes a lot of sense. On the other hand, you should choose Astell&Kern if you have a large local music library with FLAC or DSD files that you've carefully curated over the years. Astell&Kern is for you if you prioritize build quality and designs. These things feel like luxury items in your hand, and they definitely look like it too. Consider them if you want a pure listening experience and you value studio quality sound above all else. If you're an analytical listener who wants to hear every detail exactly as the artist intended without coloration, Astell&Kern is calling your name. There's really no right or wrong answer here. Both of these manufacturers make incredible DAPs with a plethora of features, technologies, and unique sound signatures. It's really about matching the tool to how you actually listen, not how you think you should listen. Tip 3. Price tiers decoded, where to invest your budget. DAP prices can range anywhere from $300 to $3,000 plus, but the improvements aren't linear. Understanding what you actually get at each tier prevents overspending and underbuying. The audio industry loves to sell you on marginal improvements at massive price jumps. But here's the reality. The difference between an $800 DAP and a $1,200 DAP may be huge, or it may be minimal. It truly depends on the product itself and what's actually changed between models. Things like massive tech upgrades, new features, and complete physical redesigns may come with a premium price tag, and sometimes that premium is justified. But if the only upgrade is a slightly larger screen or a different color option, you should use your best discretion as the consumer to weigh what's worth it to you. There are 3 main price tiers for DAPs: entry/mid-tier, upper mid-tier, and flagship tier. The price range of each category largely depends on the hi-fi brand itself and how they choose to scale their models. But if we're generally speaking, you're looking at anywhere from $500 to $1,200 for entry/mid-tier, $1,300 to $2,000 for upper mid-tier, and anywhere from $2,000 upwards of $4,000 plus for the flagship tier. At those price points, you'll get high-quality sound, premium features, and durable build quality. And as you climb that price ladder, you'll get more features like multiple DAC chips, excellent power for extra high impedance headphones, more battery life, and even better materials. Now, the DAP market is saturated with options at various price points. But here at Moon Audio, we've curated what we feel are the best DAPs on the market that deliver that real bang for your buck. So let me walk you through some actual examples at each tier. An incredibly popular DAP that we don't have pictured here with us today, priced at $799, is the Astell&Kern SR35. It's a fantastic entry point for the budding audiophile. This DAP is equipped with a quad DAC architecture, a 2-step gain mode, and support for 2-way Bluetooth and high-definition codecs. First-time buyers and those with moderate headphone collections will have no problem falling in love with the SR35. At the upper mid-tier, you won't get the exotic materials and bragging rights of a flagship DAP, but you will get a performance improvement. At $13.98, the Sony NW-WM1AM2 Walkman DAP is the younger sibling to the flagship NW-WM1ZM2, and it's a serious player. With the ability to drive higher impedance headphones and play high-res audiophiles, it's perfect for audiophiles with a growing headphone collection. You'll get 40 hours of playback on a single charge and 128 gigabytes of internal storage for your personal music library. For those seeking the ultimate performance that money can buy, there's the flagship tier. At this price point, you get top-tier DAC implementation, best-in-class power output, premium everything, and often incredibly modular designs. Most of the DAPs we love and carry here at Moon Audio fall in this price tier. Not featured here today because it's selling like hotcakes is the SP4000 DAP from Astell&Kern. At $42.90, it's the company's newest model supporting the full Android operating system. It's equipped with their most advanced DAC and amplifier technology, and it has the most seamless UI to date. With the SP4000, you're getting top-of-the-line everything. Top-of-the-line performance, top-of-the-line build quality, and access to the entire Google Play Store. So if you're an audiophile who loves their apps, well, this would be the DAP for you. Now, if you're an audiophile who enjoys the analog warmth of vacuum tubes, boy, do we have a treat for you. This is the Astell&Kern SP3000T DAP. At $29.99, it's equipped with real vacuum tubes right here on the back, granting you the luxury of analog warmth or digital purity at the flip of a switch. It's like having 2 DAPs in one. And lastly, for the Sony purist, we have the top-of-the-line WM1ZM2 DAP delivering flagship performance at $36.98. It features 256 gigabytes of internal capacity with up to 40 hours of playback on a single charge. High-resolution support, native DSD, and a custom-built circuit board round out what makes the WM1ZM2 a true flagship DAP. Now armed with all of this new information, here's my honest take. Most people should start at the $600 to $1,200 price range. It's the sweet spot where you get serious performance without that sticker shock that comes with flagship pricing. Consider moving up if your headphones demand it, or if you've genuinely hit the ceiling of that tier and you know exactly what you're looking for. Forget your phone. If you're serious about your music and want to get more out of it, upgrade to a DAP. Buying your first DAP isn't about specs or price tags. It's about honestly matching the device to how you actually listen to music and what problems you're trying to solve. You'll be rewarded in more ways than just having better sound. With a DAP, everything is there for your high-res listening pleasure. Your music and your ears will thank you. Keep the hi-fi convo going and check out our DAP connectivity and setup guide with tips and step-by-step instructions on everything from initial setup and music file transfer to downloading apps and using your DAP as a USB DAC. From our hi-fi fam to yours, thanks for watching.